This is your guide on how to upsell on Skool. So what we'll be looking at today is the upsell models, effect-based building, and how to actually upsell inside of your Skool community. So let's look at the first thing, and that is the upsell models. So there's multiple models on how to upsell, and the best way is to combine them. But these are the different types of models. And so first, let's look at going from broad to niche and then to extreme niche. And let's say that this is a cooking community. We'll use it as an example for the rest of this video. So broad is just how to cook. So you just learn the basics of cooking. Very simple. Just teach them the basics of cooking so that they understand. And then what you want to do is you want to niche down. So let's say that niching down into cooking is learning how to cook Italian food. That is niching down. And if you want to go extreme niche, so that means that it will cost more for people to get access to that content, something like master different spices. So this is where your customer learns how to use spices to skyrocket their cooking abilities. Something simple like that, where you go from broad to niche to extreme niche, and that's how you can upsell in this way. The other way to upsell is going from regular value to more value and then to extreme value. Now, the reason you can upsell on this is because the more value you introduce, the higher your costs in time and money are going to be to actually provide the value to the customer. So first, let's look at the basic value plan. So that is just you get a cooking book, you get the cooking course, and you get a community that's about cooking. So just a basic offer. Then the advanced is the same as before, but you add live group calls every week, and you have video responses to people's posts, and you give out 250 recipes. So that is how you could upsell and charge more, because here you're giving more value monetarily as well as more value in the amount of time that you give to your customers. And then lastly, let's look at extreme value. So this is where they get the exact same thing as this one, but they get more. So they get 1,000 recipes, they get daily calls with you, and if it's possible, you can even send food packages to their house so that they can cook with the ingredients that you sent them. Now, of course, this is an example, but it's an idea that you could introduce and find for your own niche. And then the last model that I'm going to be sharing with you is this one. Learn from me, learn with me, and work with me. So first is how to cook. Same as before, you get a cooking book, a cooking course, and you get the community. So that is learn from me. That's everything you know you share to your customer. Then learn with me is they learn how to cook, they get the same as before, but you introduce live calls in which you make the food together so that people learn as they go through the process, and you start creating recipes with their input. So if they say I want food like this or like that, then you find out how you can combine that and you show them and you add that to the amount of value that they're getting. So you add a separate page in the classroom for that, and if somebody on a call suggests something, then you try it out, see if it works, share it inside of the classroom page, and that way both of you can learn together and you're the one doing the testing and everybody's giving you input. That means that there's more value being provided. And then lastly is the work with me. So this is something different and it's hard to do for a cooking community, but there's definitely other ways in which you can introduce this. And the entire idea is that they go from learning from you or learning with you to actually having you as a part of their team to help them reach their goal. And so they get the same as before, but you can coach them through 3 meals a week. So they just record everything they're doing and you tell them, okay, do this, do it this way, add this in there. That's how you cook this food. That's how they get great food once they finish it. So that's something. Now, of course, this is going to cost you a lot of time and there's going to be limited spots. So it's very simple. Just charge a very high price if they actually want this. And this is the next part, and that is effect-based building. So you want to sell on the first problem that comes up, and then more problems come up, and you want to sell on those, and it keeps going on like that. So I'll use this pyramid as an example. You have the first free tier. This is the basic information that you need about the topic, like cooking. And so you just give them the solutions to the basic problems. Tier 2 is where your customer levels up. So you go from free to paid. And this is where you give them specific advice. This is where you help them out on the less basic problems. And then it keeps going down until you are at the high ticket product, your tier 4, where you're actually managing your customers, helping them get to their goal as fast as possible with all your time and input. And so the way this works is that the advanced members inside of your community who fit as the right lead go down. So they go down on the pyramid. So when they start with a cooking community, they start with the basics and then they go down to where they have their own restaurant maybe. And then they get a star restaurant and you're coaching them through how they can improve their food. And that's an example. Now, of course, when you're all the way down at that level, you're selling something for a couple thousand or $10,000 a month. And then as they go down, they will need more of your help, advice, time, and knowledge. So just give it to them. And that makes the price justified because you're spending a lot of time on them and helping them reach their goals. And that is how selling them as they go down the pyramid works. Not everybody is going to become a tier 3 member. Some may be free and others will travel down. But if you set it up in this way, then the right people will fall down on this pyramid and they will have those problems solved by you when they come up. And then let's look at the last thing, and that is how to actually upsell inside of your Skool community. Now, the first thing you can do is you can have a webinar, and I already made a video about this. This is the video, and I'm going to be linking that in the description if you're interested to check that out. The other way is that you let people experience the other offers. So this is something like a free trial. So let's take this one, for example. Do you learn from me, learn with me, and then work with me? So what you do is you have these members who are in here and you give them a 1 week free trial to the red tier. It's very simple to do this. You just announce it. So I'm going to be doing everything inside the red tier for all the members for 1 week. And that way you can get an idea if upgrading will help you achieve your goal faster. Whatever that goal is, you just add it in here. And it also helps you in seeing if this product is a good fit for you. And I'll show you, and I'll tell you why selling in this way is good. Firstly, people are getting free extras. Who's going to complain about that? Who's going to complain about getting more value for free, even if it's just for a limited period of time? The next thing is that customers know exactly what they will get. They will know that once they join the higher tier, the red tier, this is exactly what I'm going to get. This is exactly how I'm going to move towards my goal in a faster way. Plus, it doesn't feel like you're being sold to. If you sign up for an app or a service or some sort of website and they give you a free trial for the first 2 or 3 weeks, do you mind that? Do you mind that you get to figure out if this product works for you when you actually pay for it? Of course you don't, because you're getting free value. And this is exactly what you should be doing inside of your Skool community. So I'm not saying do this every month, but do this every 3 or 4 months. Give 1 week away to all the members for free on a higher tier if you're doing this. And that way they get all these benefits and you get all these benefits. And that will make it so people know what they're buying, and that will make it so that the right people will buy your product. That is it for this video. If this video was helpful, then like and subscribe. And if you're a content creator and you want me to help you in creating and scaling an info product, then click the first link in the description.